People are not stupid. Muslim people are very, very clever people, and they will see those people that are trying to play on their emotions on this one issue. That's all they're trying to do. They're playing on one emotion. And by the way, who is Galloway to tell people who will go to heaven and who will not go to heaven? That is just absolute absurdity. What's the jurisprudence that he has on
But do you think George Galloway is hurting your Labour? I mean,
no, he's not hurting Labour Party. I mean, he might win his seat. I don't think we have a very good candidate.
Which seat do you think he will
Rochdale. I don't think he'll win any seats. I frankly don't think.
You think he can hold on to Rochdale? I mean,
we've got a good candidate there, and we'll see what goes on, and hopefully we might win that as well. But, this is, Galloway's always been like this. Galloway jumps on these issues, pulls at the heartstrings of the Muslim communities, and that's what his bread and butter is. That's what he survives on.
What's your take on Ahmed Yaqub? You're from Birmingham. Shabana Mahmood is there.
Ahmed Yaqub again is a local person, lawyer. I know the family well. I've known the family for a long time.
Do you think he can hurt Shabana Mahmood?
Look, I think there will be some hurt. Of course,
because he got 69,000 votes in the mayoral
he got 42,000 in Birmingham.
Yeah,
and the rest of the region.
Yeah, correct.
So there'll be. I mean, Shabana has a 30,000 majority.
28,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, almost
28,000. Yeah.
And what she will do, and what people will do, look at that. Look at her track record. Look at what she's delivered for them. But also what they'll look at. Of course, they have issues in terms of Gaza, and we all of us have an issue and understanding on that. But she has worked hard in that constituency. People will look at her track record, what she's delivered for them as a constituency MP, but also what they'll look at is what's in the benefit of those people in terms of a Labour government coming in and supporting them in terms of the National Health Service, supporting them in terms of the cost of living, supporting them in terms of the children's education, 6,500 more teachers, 40,000 more appointments every week, working in the evenings, working at weekends for the consultants, to make sure they deliver that. So the Labour Party will deliver that.
That's all fine. Yeah. But your leader has a track record of performing U-turn. Promising something and then saying, I can't do that. So, I mean, what you're saying, I mean, if that comes out true, I think nobody's going to complain. But the question is, will he actually do that?
Let me tell you this. One thing that we couldn't do was in terms of the environment budget we'd set.
Tuition fees?
Right? No, what we said in terms of the environment budget, he said beforehand, we can't deliver this. Right? And he made it clear before the election that he's not going to be able to deliver this at the moment, but he'll work towards it. And we'll work towards that. Same as in terms of what we've got to be able to see. Let me explain that. What we've got to be able to see is what the Tories left us. What are the books like when we get in there? The Labour Party wants to do its best for students, for universities, for education, for tertiary education and vocational education. That is our agenda. We want more people to be trained locally, and I've been working on that project. What I want to do is the GWP, along with Job Centre plus the combined authority, to put money in to educate people, to get them to level 3 training so they can get jobs. I'm trying to do that in my area already. I've tried to work that in Peribar, and we'll, after the election, hopefully inshallah, I'll win, and we'll do that.
What do you have to say about the treatment meted out to your former leader, Jeremy Corbyn?
Look, there's a simple issue as far as Jeremy's concerned. Jeremy's somebody that
you were part of his shadow cabinet.
I was part of his shadow cabinet, but we've always had a difference in terms of our policies.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, I've been to the other side, and he's been totally to the other side. But I accepted his leadership. But you have to understand, at the end of the day, when there are certain issues, you have to abide by those. Those are legal matters. We had the Human Rights Commission looking at this, and he told us this is what you've got to do. So when these legal issues arise, these issues are very, very important. And what Jeremy had to do was to say, he recognizes what the issues are and apologize for it.
But, I don't think he ever promoted anti-Semitism.
No, that's not the issue. There are instances.
I mean, that's a campaign that was launched against him.
No, but they can't just launch a campaign without issues. There were issues with
they can. The media, the way the media is controlled, they can.
But there were issues. There were issues there that needed to be addressed, which were addressed. There were a number of people which were dealt with in terms of the procedures the Labour Party had to deal with that. And of course, he also was a part of that. And, at the end of the day, Labour Party isn't a draconian party which cuts you off. As long as you turn around and say, look, I'm sorry, this is not what I should have said, or maybe this is not what I meant, I will move forward. And if somebody can't do that, nobody's bigger than the institution. So I know Jeremy has a huge name across the party and some of those issues, but nobody's bigger than the party or the rules that we work under. And he had to come to those rules, and that's what the problem is.
Last question, if the Labour forms a government after 4th of July, would you consider coming back and joining the government?
Well, I've got a lot of issues that I want to do in the constituency. A number of people have asked me this. I think I'd like to concentrate on a lot of the issues, particularly in terms of employment for young people that I've set up. There's a huge issue in relation to crime, which I've already set up a panel to do that, and also health issues, particularly preventative health issues, which I'm trying to work on, those sort of things. I will try to do my best to serve my constituents. That is what I want to do. That's what I've always done. We'll look at what's available, and I think what we'll have to do is deal with that. But my issue here is to be honest and open to my people, to deliver what I want for them. That's why I became an MP. I've given up my position twice before. Okay, so I'm not somebody who chases after positions. So I'm not really bothered about that. My issue is, if I get back in, how and what I can deliver for my people in Peribar.
Thank you very much for talking to Janta Ka Reporter.